The number one reason why your hair looks and feels like garbage is because you don't have a consistent hair care routine. Now, if you don't care about your hair, then you won't have good hair. It's that simple. So today we're going to break down 2 things that you need to be mindful of to have the best hair care routine. After you understand these 2 things, then you can take our suggestions on what to do next. Number 1 is understanding your hair type. There are 4 different hair types. Number 1 being straight like mine, number 2 being wavy, number 3 being curly, and number 4 being kinky. Those are the 4 main hair categories. However, it doesn't stop there. There are subcategories to your main hair type, specifically A, B, and C. Now, to figure out your hair type, I'm going to ask that you pull out a strand of your hair and put it on a white piece of paper. Now, typically, I wouldn't advise that you do this because it would cause traction alopecia, but for this case, we're going to just use it as a test. Now, put it on this white piece of paper and then use this hair chart to find the hair type that best represents the hair strand that you have. Now, sometimes clients tell me that the hair type changes, but that's not actually true. They just didn't let the hair grow out long enough to see its true form. This can be the case for those that have wavy hair, where it wouldn't start to wave out until it reaches your eye level. So keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out your hair type. So why is it important to understand your hair type and how does it affect your hair care routine? It's pretty simple. All hair types are treated differently. Take for example type 1 straight hair. This hair type is built to absorb a lot of your natural oils. It's a straight shot from your roots to the tip of your hair. Now, if we're taking that information, it means that type 1 hair needs to be shampooed more often to reduce any flatness from the hair or any greasiness. So when it comes to styling type 1 hair, it's probably best that you use sea salt sprays, any texturizing powders, or clays that really lift up the hair. Now, if we were talking about the other side of the spectrum, being type 2 hair, type 3 hair, and 4, all these hair types are built with waves or curls, making it much harder for oils to travel from the root of your hair to the tip of your hair. Compared to type 1 hair, where we're using sea salt sprays to lift up the hair and create a matte finish, with type 2, 3, and 4, ideally you want to use something that's more moisturizing, like a cream or like a hair oil. All of those are going to be great for your hair. The reason why this is important to be mindful of is because you can't decrease, increase, or adjust your hair care routine if you don't know what you're currently doing. This is what I want you to do as some homework after this video. Figure out how often are you styling your hair, what are you using to style your hair, and how often you are shampooing, conditioning, what are you using for that as well. Write it out in a journal somewhere so you have it as a reference when adjusting for your new hair care routine. I have my clients do this all the time because when they bring this back into the chair, I know exactly how to adjust this to their needs. What I find when they bring this back into the chair is that they are overusing a certain product, they're underusing a certain product, or they're simply not using something that's working for their hair type. So at this point, you wrote down your entire hair care routine. What do you do next? My recommendation is to find a friend or a family member who has a similar hair type to you and discuss what's working or what's not working. If you guys both don't understand what you're doing, then go ahead and talk to your barber or another hair expert to get a professional opinion on what to do. Now that you know 2 things to be mindful of when curating your hair care routine, I'm going to offer you one more solution, and that is to watch our other hair care series, because we will offer you other free knowledge on how you can take your hair care to the next level. But also make sure to subscribe and like this video so that we know we got to make more videos like this. We'll see you on the next one.